The Yankees have re-upped their offer to Juan Soto. I was told by one of the Yankee beat writers the offer is $41 million, which pays him more average per year than Aaron Judge got. I was also told the Yankees have conceded to the request and they're going to put opt-out clauses in the contract after the 5th year and after the 6th year, after the 7th year. So if Soto wants to test free agency at age 31, he could always opt out after the 5th year. So to me, it looks like Soto is going to stay with the Yankees. We don't know that the Mets have upped their offer yet. I don't think the Dodgers are in the running. I don't think Toronto, although they're trying really hard to flash the fact we got Guerrero, we got Bichette, we got a good farm system. I just don't see Soto going to Toronto. I got to believe it's going to be the Yankees. Second one, White Sox. They have trade offers standing from the Dodgers, the Red Sox, the Orioles. Whole pile of young players, some cases young top pitching. White Sox want a 3-for-1 or a 4-for-1 deal for Garrett Crochet. That deal may come down during the winter baseball meetings. Padres are not mentioned as a finalist, which kind of surprises me, but maybe the Padres don't have the resources, or maybe the Padres are saying, no, we're not giving you Ethan Salas, and we're not giving up Leonardo DeVries, and they don't have much else in the farm system. So Padres don't seem to be a finalist at this point for Garrett Crochet. Third team of the Astros. They've said they're going to spend. Well, if they're going to spend, how come they don't have Alex Bregman signed already? And if they lose Bregman, it looks like that's a shred of the franchise that used to be really, really good. They're going to need bats if Bregman leaves. They're going to need arms to go with a battered pitching staff. Fourth one is Milwaukee. Bregman hasn't signed because Bregman's now got an offer from the Milwaukee Brewers to go up there. And it's a wild story that the Brewers are now back in the running for the ace of their staff who left to go to Baltimore, Burns.
Oh, nice.
Now, whether or not Burns wants to go back to Milwaukee or Burns is on the open market still, he could be the next free agent pitcher to sign. But Milwaukee's trying to make some things happen. And Toronto, which is desperately trying to find people to put around their two stars, they met at the end of the week with Bregman. They're now meeting with Max Fried of Atlanta and Luis Severino of the New York Mets. The Blue Jays are telling people, dropping hints, we're going to sign 2 marquee free agents. They talked to Soto, but I don't know that he's realistic. Maybe Bregman does become realistic. So that's the latest on the baseball free agent front. And John Riley, you owe me an explanation about Soto, what you would do. You tell me what you'd be willing to pay to get Garrett Crochet to Dodger Stadium or to Boston or to Baltimore.
There's a lot of interesting possibilities in every one of these cases. Soto to the Yankees just seems so obvious, unless it's the Mets. I don't think he's going to go anywhere else unless, and Boros always has a surprise team, and that's always a BS tactic. The White Sox is an interesting thing with Crochet. If the Dodgers are in play there, I wonder if they would try to package Luis Robert into a deal. Maybe something like that could be worked out. Who knows?
Yeah, but Luis Roberts got a $15 million payday this year, and you got to sign Crochet. I mean, how much more salary are the Dodgers going to take on?
They got plenty, man. They're busting at the seams. The Milwaukee Brewer one was interesting. Corbin Burns, you said, wasn't he angry with the front office staff with the Brewers because they were like monkeying with his stats?
Yeah, and in arbitration, that kind of insulted him along the way. Why didn't you do this, et cetera, et cetera. So, but at the end of the day, money speaks, people walk. And Milwaukee turned out to be a really good team last year in what was supposed to be rebuild, and they're going to get Christian Yelich back, and they got all the young pitchers that they threw out there that pitched okay. But Burns has got other options. I mean, I am surprised Baltimore doesn't seem really hot to bring him back. So if not there, then Fenway Park. That's what I hear. But there are other clubs. The Cubs were in the running early on, but the Cubs haven't done anything yet. So, yeah, Burns is going to be probably the next arm to go off the free agent list.
Boston's hungry, huh? They want to pile on. The other name was Bregman. And does the cloud or suspicion of the 2017 cheating scandal still haunt him, or in terms of his perception amongst other teams or the fan bases?
You're the first person I've heard ever mention that. Because you're in grudge mode over that.
Still,
7 years back.
That was a bunch of crap, you know. And I mean, I'm no Dodger fan, but the Dodgers should have won that World Series. They got screwed.
You're the only person in the world's walking around in grudge mode. That's absolutely amazing. No, I don't that taints Bregman at all. It taints a whole bunch of the front office people who lost their jobs and can't work in baseball anymore. And it taints Cora and a few other people along the way. So interesting. Baseball free agency. And again, the winter meetings in Dallas start December 8th. So if something's going to happen, we could see fireworks starting before the meetings ever get going.
Didn't you say that Soto wants to sign before the winter meetings?
Yes.
Yeah. So, it's all going to go down. And we already have a bunch of early signings already.
Yep, exactly. All things baseball. Feel free if you want to get into the debate. Join us. Fans Forum chat box is open.